Alright, greetings everyone. So the story is, hold on, I got like a podcast going on in my ears. So the story of last night, I decided to do an all-nighter in Amsterdam, but I fucked up because I relied too much on apps. You know, the apps where, like, I went on Trainline, I bought a fucking return and then couldn't get the return barcode up. It just kept showing me the single no matter what I did. So then the guy could see that on the receipt that it was a return, but he couldn't, he needed to scan it. So he's like, I'll give you a discounted price. And I'm just like, oh man. And I was just in that mindset. I tried to explain everything, wasn't happening, none of it, man. So I ended up getting a discounted price, but I'm running out of money, man. Running out of money. But you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it, man. It's only money, do you know what I mean? Like, money can only buy you so much experience at a time. So how was Amsterdam yesterday? Yesterday in Amsterdam, early morning was alright. Now, mind you, I spent the whole morning there, all day there, and then in the night I stayed up all the way till early hours in the morning. Got back in Belgium by what, 9? Got back to Belgium by about 9. Slept most of the journey on the train, freshened up. Now we're out again. Now I'm kitting up my photography spots. Do you know what? We're gonna catch what we're gonna catch today. Make the most. This is my final day. Then tomorrow I'm flying back to London. I feel kind of disappointed in myself, man. I didn't give Belgium enough of a chance. I kind of fucking spent most of it in Dam. But you know, we'll make most of today, man. Have I got something? Did I bring something from Dam? Couple things, hey, couple things. But don't worry, we're good. You know what, people, with that photography thing, I always got to try to find standout parts. Fuck it, we'll get what we can get, man. Right. One thing I will say, people, is I'm keeping my distance from certain things, mate. The fucking thing just came off. Bollocks. Alright. Having a bit of a disaster, man. Back in business. So yeah, so I was in I tried to holler at a few people. I tried to holler at what's her name again? What's her fucking girl I know called Natalie. Natalie is like a mutual friend of mine and Jade's. I don't think she's friend with Jade's anymore, but she's a friend of Jade's. And the weather in Amsterdam was not the best, I'm telling you that now. Rain and more rain. So didn't know what happened to her, man, but I wanted to have a little smoke up with her. Be like, what's up? I knew what hotel she was at, but when you're in a group of people, especially in Amsterdam, man, you don't really know exactly where you're gonna end up and what you're gonna do. Or when I was in Dam yesterday, I was just smoking it up, eating up the place, you name it. Today's mission is to either get the Belgian chocolate today or tomorrow and bring some back for some people. Luckily I got a couple cameras on me, man, for the footage, so it's all love. But I do feel a bit mashed, not gonna lie, mate. But no doubt. Oh my god, I've gone completely. You know what, with Google Map, yeah, that gets me very angry. So that Google Map will say go one way and then you're going the complete opposite to the other. Frustrating, man. But we're gonna make it. We are gonna make it. So, Brussels, ladies and gentlemen. Right. Alright, so which way we going? Alright, so we turn in, turn right. Alright, boom. So yeah. I know I look a bit awkward as I'm, what is it, just randomly carrying a camera about, but you know what, people, why should we care? You know what I mean? It's documenting life. It's documenting life in many of its ways, people. Right. As you can see and tell and notice what I said before earlier, yesterday and then the day before, I was talking about the 3 sections. Just bucked up on one. Now, not like Amsterdam by no means, but Belgium could be a little bit more pretty. Oh. Right. Basically, you had some couple of suspicious women in it. Couple of suspicious women. I think they was into the whole prostitution game. They're little bait anyway, man. They're little bait. But yeah. So, as you can see, one of them's down there. All they do is just stand around street corners looking for your odd tourist. But to be honest, I'm too disorientated anyway to even bother. You know what I mean? And I must say, me and the Uber driver can agree on something. When it comes to that sort of sexual activity or whatever, you need to have connection, man. And I respect that. I respect the Uber driver for saying that, to be fair. But the Uber driver, he was funny, man. It was like, you know, in Amsterdam, they got window. You know, window. It's here. Man. I mean, Belgium, do you know what's surprising with Belgium and Holland is that no border checks. They don't do, you just hop on the train and boom, you're in fucking Holland. And it's quite worrying, you know, because Belgium, or Brussels for that fact, it doesn't really have that sort of, I don't know, Belgium look. Like I was telling people, it's like West Croydon. It's like West Croydon, man. So what did I smoke yesterday, people? It's probably what you're wondering. I smoked Gelato 33 with some lemon ice hash. fucking destroyed me beyond destroyed me. And then this guy with an American accent just bothered me when I was in the coffee shop, hardrive, and I didn't want to be bothered like that. Do you know what I mean? I didn't want to be bothered. This guy's like, hey man, you alright? Like, and I said to him, I'm just in the zone, bruv. I'm just in the zone. Like, why are you bothering me for, kind of thing? Like, and I'm not in a thing of being rude. It's just when I'm out of it, I really do not like the whole, like, all up in my personal space. Because this guy was all sitting next to me, getting all comfortable, and I'm like, nah mate, that kind of thing, you know. But it was alright. He was a cool kid, do you know what I mean? He was like, what, early 20s maybe, and he's the type to sort of smoke a shitload of sativa and just non-stop talk. And now when I've had the hybrid mixed with some next stuff, I'm not gonna want to talk, just want to relax. But then I will say the staff from hardrive coffee shop are quite funny, mate. They're quite cool. I like them. I like their customer service. There's a very, very cute, really cute woman that works behind the counter. I don't know her name, but she's proper cute. Short, head that would work behind the counter with the grey hoodie and stuff. And her English is like even more cuter, but you can tell she's so fluent in Dutch. You can tell she's such a hard Dutch speaker. So I'm sitting there and I'm like listening to her, and she's like talking to the Americans and all of this, and she's like, hi, so what can I do for you? And he's like, would you like some filters and papers? I was like, oh, that's so super cute, man. Super fucking cute. I love that coffee shop. That coffee shop got such a nice mix for what it has. And also, it's I just like the overall vibe in it. So, I mean, she put a wicked playlist on. Everyone was in the vibe. It was banging, mate. Banging. And so I went there. So then the guy that was, he kind of just kept talking. So I was just kind of like, kind of making me uncomfortable. So I decided to just get up and leave. I felt a bit bad because I didn't say bye to them. I couldn't get video footage because I was just like in a weird mind. You know, and when you're smoking, you're not, sometimes you lose your train of thought. You know what I mean? Lose your train of thought, people. Yeah. I could go around and just video and stuff and not talking about my experiences, but then the video would be pretty boring, don't you think? Let's see. So this is a nice spot. I think people know my style. I'm gonna get a shot of this, but we'll do it on my Canon G7 if I can get the thing right. Yeah. See, this is like one of the cameras I use. My battery's running low on it, but it's alright. We always keep spares. But I always keep like a quick little handheld, like a quick capture. Don't get me wrong, it's not a thing where I'm anti-iPhone, but I like to take my images in a certain way where you know it's not from an iPhone or it's not from one of those smartphones. But I see something very historic. See, I missed this bit. I didn't see this bit. What would have been a good idea is going to Amsterdam today and then coming back. I don't know, because then I'd be flying back, and that could have disturbed my journey. To be fair, I feel like I chose the right day anyway. But then, I don't know. Should I have gone back to, from Amsterdam last night at 8 o'clock rather than at fucking 7 in the morning? Yeah, I should have done. But I just didn't want to take any risks. Right. It's a nice little pretty area. I miss Amsterdam already, to be fair. But we will find a way. If I can be really honest with you people, it's mostly the Dutch language I wanna try conquer, man. It's when they talk, bro, they talk so fast. Okay, battery's dead on this. You know what? I don't really want to be using my phone too much, because as much as how promising and nice this trip could have been, it's been quite disastrous. And I don't mean that in a negative sense. But what I mean is in terms of from the fucking day that I left to come here, it's just been disaster. Like for example, my mum's not well, and yeah, she's not well, and it's kind of messing me up in a way, because I know she's vulnerable, and I feel annoyed that I'm not there to protect her. And I hate the fact that we had an argument and stuff before I left out, because I can't call her and stuff, so she's on my mind. But universe, well, Mum, if you ever get to watch this, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I just wish you sort of understood certain things a little bit more better. And I don't even mean to judge you too bad, do you know what I mean? But Mama, you made some bad decisions. And I guess so did I. That looks pretty. You know, as weird as this is, I'm gonna take a photo with my phone. It's all about capturing a mood. You know what I mean? It's all about capturing a mood. It's all about capturing life. You know, it's all about getting all of that. Audience, I hope the camera hasn't been too wonky. Yeah. Another thing with Amsterdam, where else did I go? I went to see the plug coffee shop, man. It's got a nice seating area, but it's too overpriced. It is too overpriced. Sorry, the plug, but too overpriced. But I do, however, want to go back. And also, yeah, Steve. I got my guy Steve some truffles, mate. Now, when it comes to the law of psychedelics, I'm not 100% sure in regards to the law of psychedelics. So in terms of, you know, bringing psychedelics back, I'm not 100% sure in it. I know, and I might have mentioned in a previous video of trying to bring, nah man, I'm not taking that chance. This trip has already been a bit of a curse. Like, put it this way, a curse in a sense where too many bad things have happened rather than right. Do you know what I mean? I just wish I had things more simplistic. And even with that, it's over now, I know. I gotta accept it and see what's next in this journey of life that I have. See, I'm gonna let this whole camera stuff, it's early days, do you know what I mean? It's really early days, but let's make the most of it. Let's make the most of it. We're on our way to the Parliament of Brussels. So the Parliament where the politicians go to have their little discussions and talks and whatnot over Europe issues, Brexit, you name it. You're probably wondering what my stance is on Brexit. Brexit is just, you know what, with Brexit is a waste of time now, because they should just cancel the Brexit and then just tell everyone, look, listen, you lot was like led on to believe about, oh, if this happens because of this, because of that, and the UK has damaged itself over it. Not only has it damaged its own economy over it, it's damaged its relationship with its European partners, friends. It's like really and truly, is it really going to be that big of a deal of the UK staying in the EU? Do you know what I mean? Just fucking stay, man. Like, don't get me wrong, there was people out there who are pro-leave, they want to leave the EU and everything like this, but in my mind I just think to myself, now the people that are leaders in Parliament, especially in the UK, they're a bit confused and they don't really know what the right answer is. And the thing is, another thing with what people should really take in consideration about is that with the UK doesn't really like taking ideas from another country. I don't understand why the UK doesn't do it, but the UK hates taking ideas from other countries. Because in their minds it's like, oh, we want our own system that works, you know, in that sense. But it's like in Holland, when they got the 2 double fucking decker trains. I bet a lot of people in the UK would love that, I'll tell you that much, when it comes to capacity issues and everything, you know. I guess see this sort of side of Belgium I'm showing, this sort of side of Belgium is quite a pretty side, you know. Right, so this side of Belgium is quite a pretty side. It's quite the softer side. I wouldn't call this the, okay. So these sort of places here, pure CBD stuff. Now, I will say this, people, that the pure CBD stuff is what majority of these street dealers will try and sell to you and try to classify it off as authentic. People, don't be fooled by it. Yeah? I know my weeds very well, mate, and I know exactly what I'm looking for. You know, but then the street dealers think you're some amateur out here and you can just get duped. Not me, mate. But I'm saying this to people who, as a word of advice, so if you ever come upon anyone in that sense, you know that it's not, like, let me tell you something, no street dealer is gonna stand around in the capital trying to sell stuff to tourists and stuff like that. It doesn't, like, wow, that's very pretty. We'll munch something like that later, but time is against me because it's Sunday and I fly back tomorrow, and I need to make the most of today. hopefully the GoPro footage does some form of justice. Now, how has my Dutch fared? Quite well, to be fair, over here, because you know, I've used my Dutch a good few times. I don't use it enough though, that's the problem. And I do feel like did I make the most of my time? Like, I'm talking, like when I was in Portugal, it felt like time was going a lot more slower. See, people, I remember when I mentioned to people about booking stuff online, it's because of things like this. In Holland, you see a lot of this. Actually, what am I talking about? Oh, I thought it was a tour, it's just chips. Wow, they're all lining up for chips. They're all lining up for chips. That's quite funny. Who would have thought chips was like, wow. Oh, I thought it was like a museum or something. Yeah. See, people, I'm gonna start vlogging a whole lot more, because I feel like there's a little bit more to show you in terms of myself, my personality, and where I end up in my adventures and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Do wish I had my... Can I hug? Fucking hell, can I hug? Alright, let's have a look. You know what, right? You know what, right? When it comes to these CBD stores, I'm kind of slightly offended by it. You know what I mean? Because I'm used to my authentic stuff. I'm used to my THC stuff. I'm used to seeing the white bits. When I see this, I just look at this as like a bootleg shop. Because in my mind, like even in some coffee shops in Amsterdam, a pure CBD joint? Come on, man. Come on. I understand the craze of CBD is running wild on people, but nah, man. People, when they want to smoke, they want to get messed up. That's just my honest opinion, man. Wow, this, do you know what? It's nice that I'm videoing this part of Belgium, to be fair. I like it. This part of Belgium I like videoing because it's not just showing the grungy areas where I was at first time here. First time here, the grungy areas was no joke. Just no joke. And I'm noticing every fucking, any red light around the world, it's always grungy, always grungy. You always got someone scoping you out and whatnot. And that was happening a lot. Alright. Marley coffee, I tried that, very nice. That Marley coffee is very nice. I'm not even over exaggerating. I used to buy it. I used to order it online. Right, we're almost at the Parliament House. Once we get here, I'm gonna start. I'll lock off the video. I need to get some photos done. We'll have a little smoke. Do you know what? I'm not even gonna take a piss and smoke in front of there. I ain't playing those sort of games, man. It's like people have asked me. Have I ever brought anything back accidentally. Like, so there'll be stuff in my grinder, and I'd forget completely. Like, shit, I forgot I had it. Fuck, you know. Freak out sometimes, man. Because the thing is, I don't want to disrespect no law. You know what I mean? The security at Heathrow, they're probably so damn strict, man. It's just not even worth the risk. I'm not saying the other airports ain't strict, but I look at them as more irrational. So we'll make the most of today. To tell you the truth, I didn't even get any euros out. I just used whatever left was my euros when I came back from Portugal. But then when I come back to the UK tomorrow, then after that, 13 days, I'm off to Spain. I'm off to Barcelona. Then after that, after Barcelona, 2 days, I'm back in the UK. Then after that, I'm flying out to bloody South Korea, with the stopover being in Amsterdam. So I'm sorry, but it's a 7-hour stopover. So it's quite cool like that. Yeah. See, I feel relatively safe doing all of this sort of stuff. I'll do the same in Barcelona. Thing is, there's not a private place around here to quickly light up. Alright, question I'm probably wondering, is Belgium like livable? I would say partly yes. Belgium's quite livable, but I can see Belgium just wearing on people, like, in terms of something to do. But as I watch a lot of the Dutch news, and the mayor, I think it's the mayor of Amsterdam, wants to put a stop to the red light district. The fuck? We got a problem. Alright people, gotta lock the video off. See you soon.